Welcome to Herzland, the Republican dream, and today we're gonna make that Republican dream come true. It's time for us to finally be successful. We still have the majority of the war score. We're out of manpower, which is bad. We're also out of weapons, which is bad, but we're gonna still come through. We're gonna still make the dream happen. Trust me, I'll make sure things work out. We just probably should take this city. Oh yes, Lend-Lease from Prywin. Prywin doing their duty to their comrades. Well, we finally got at least one encirclement. It's crazy, they're just so buffed. Like, it takes tons of my units just to pierce one of theirs. I guess that's probably in part because I don't really have that many tanks, which kind of their purpose is piercing stuff, and it looks like I might be able to get a big encirclement here. And we got another encirclement, but our war score just keeps going down and down. We're at 45, and Aquilia's at 38. We just can't drop below them. That's all. As long as we have 1% more than them, we're okay. This is gonna be scary. Well, the Griffonian Empire apparently can push us back somehow. They haven't encircled us once, and they can push us back. I've encircled them so many times. They're pushing the other republic back too. This is insane. The Griffonian Empire is so overpowered. After everything that happened to them, they're still this overpowered. They didn't even unite like 90% of the Herzland. Okay, so I technically didn't lose last time. I was just at 1 million casualties and nothing was really happening. But now we're in a very different world. Down here, the Aquilian Republic's in our faction, but they're at war with Wingbardy. Hopefully they end that war soon. And then the Griffonian Empire is at war with us. We haven't called the Republic in because we want them to deal with their other war, and we're just on the defensive, actually holding. I actually invested a lot into an air force this time, and I think things are going kind of well. They're really powerful because they completely unified this time, but our divisions are a lot better. I put engineers and anti-tanks. The anti-tank, it's really important. Don't forget your anti-tanks. Yeah, and this time things are going a lot better. Last time we had more casualties than the Griffonian Empire, and they were at war with everybody, and we were only at war with them. Now, we only have 40,000 casualties, and we've caused them 415,000, so I think that's a win already. And now I've caused more casualties already just being on the defensive than everybody did in the last war to the Griffonian Empire. It's crazy. Me trying to encircle is just going to cause less damage. It's insane. I'm not even going to call my ally into the war. They're just being a nice distraction, I guess. Hopefully they can win this war. That would be nice. So Wingbardy fell, and now we have a nice faction. We got a puppet in Wingbardy, one with a lot of manpower. Well, on all adults serve, but... So, the Griffonian Empire has a war goal for a long time, and they decide to not use the war goal until the second their enemy finishes their other war. The Griffonian Empire, they're just, trying to follow in our footsteps and give the other side an actual chance. Haha, they didn't want to make the Aquilian Republic fight a two-front war. How kind of them. Well, we've had a lot of success being defensive, but it's about time that we push forward a little, it looks like. This could be the end of us, because seems like this is what usually happens. Everything goes so well, we start pushing forward, and then they eventually stop us when we run out of supply, and then everything goes bad. But I don't know. The furthest we ever pushed them last time was around Reedwetter, kind of around here, and then Aquilian Republic, they were kind of around this line-ish. So I think or at least I've learned a lot today. Always start the war defensive, and then go offensive, not the other way around. Always include anti-tank. Always know that the Griffonian Empire, even though they may seem strong, can always be defeated. Beautiful to see them falling like this. It's almost too good to be true. Just wait for them to come back again, because they've come back every time. This looks so hopeless, though. They can't come back, right? And there it is, the fall of Griffinheim itself. Beautiful. I think, how close are they to capitulation? They've been this close to capitulation before, if you remember my Aquilian Republic playthrough, where I had conquered almost everything, and Wingbardy had conquered Griffinheim, and then they still came back, so you can never be too careful, and I'm starting to actually lose a lot of soldiers now. But at this point, can they win? Is it even possible for them to win at this point? They have their industry is so small now. I don't think they can win. Well, we actually have had to slow down, not because they had some glorious comeback or anything. It's because our manpower hit 0, but we did get this giant encirclement, so that kind of makes up for it, right? To make things clear, even though we hit 0 manpower, the war's almost over. They're 99% towards capitulation. We did lose a lot of men, but we did cause them 2.3 million casualties, so we're definitely still trading well. It's just that we actually kind of had to go on the offensive. Oh, and there it is. Yes, and the return to Griffinheim. Victory. Finally, our long exile ends, and we are back to where the Republic was born, Griffinheim. Now the city is ours, and the resistance has been quelled. We need to decide what kind of republic we wish to become. Should we strive for more centralism or decentralization? Should we reform our administration? There are many questions that must be tackled. Okay, so centralization, which gives construction speed, protect growth, annexation cost, and we annex subjects, which we don't really have any subjects yet. Decentralization, which costs more to puppet and annex. I think we just do decentralization. I think that's good. We want a strong republic. Wait a second. I didn't realize that this was gonna happen with centralization. Pretender state refuses integration. One of the pretender states that has stood with us refuses to bend the knee. Oh, the the communist friends leave. Pretender state agrees on integration. Wait, who's this? Wait, the Aquilian Republic. The Aquilian Republic. Harmonious. They are the ones that agree with integration, but the communist one province state refuses. But this giant country with several puppets. What? Okay, well then. I guess, do we get all their puppets now, or... Oh, they're all free? Oh, well, that was unforeseen, but cool, I guess. Oh, and yeah, they automatically become communists too, wow. I know someone was saying something in the comments about something bad happening by letting them join. It's okay, I'm not too worried about annexing everything per se, maybe, unless it blocks focuses, but we'll see. And the question of the fate of the nobility that has ruled over this land against our republic values, and we can either give them justice, and you probably know what justice refers to, or we can just strip them of their titles. And I think, for the betterment of our society, we should do that. If they don't have their titles and they're just like the rest of us, all workers or whatever, then everything is fine, right? Because that's our goal. Our goal isn't to get revenge or anything, right? So we'll just do this. And now time to deal with the obviously corrupt Arcanate that kind of ruled over the people. So we can either appoint impartial Archons or appoint loyal ones, and I think we need impartial ones. We need to build a good society. Well, I guess we are, I don't know. We're not like totalitarianists, I don't think. We are a republic after all. We can't be meddling in everybody's affairs too much. And plus, neither of those gave communism, so it doesn't really matter. And a raid? Really? Raiding the strongest country in the world? That doesn't sound like a good idea, but urgent news has arrived from Engelclaw, one of our border states. A marauding army from Blackrock Bandit Queendom has crossed the boundaries between our two nations and has engaged in looting, pillaging, and burning down local settlements. Should we divert some of the troops from the front line to handle the incursion? Yeah, protect the civilians, protect our towns. And to probably the most important event of all, the fate of the Emperor. So in the weeks since we have taken Griffinheim, the Heartlands have been largely stabilized, local Republican movements have been encouraged, and Rickard Asler has met with numerous Democratic and Communist leaders. However, despite our efforts to reform our new Republic and reverse the failures of 978, there's still one question on every Griffin's mind: the child Emperor. Grover VI was seized by Republican spies during the assault on Griffinheim to prevent a bloody lynching along the lines of the Regency Council's bloody murders in 978. However, since then he has languished in a prison cell below his former palace. He's been provided with bread, water, and an agreeable room and condition, but still he asks what is to become of the Emperor. Since a question has been asked many times in the Republican Parliament, Sunglider, despite his commitment to democratic principles and Republican unity, has demanded that we enact justice against the young Emperor for the unforgivable crimes of his father, and to the crimes of him and his vile regent plotted to commit across all Griffonia. However, Sunglider was soon silenced by Kemersky himself, who stated that he would spread no children's blood for the purpose of sheer vengeance and carnage. So Heinrich Kingfeather, ever the pragmatist, has declared that Grover VI must be liberated as a citizen of the Republic to show that we are better than the corrupt and twisted ways of the Imperials. Okay, yeah, that's good. And, oh, well, I guess he wouldn't really be safe, and it'd probably cause too much tension to have an emperor still around. The same thing could happen again with us being exiled to the north, so we'll exile him to somewhere where he'll be safe, and it is actually safe over there, so he'll be fine. Haha, exile. And we had a successful defense, but this leads me to think that we can't risk having such an unstable border with an unstable enemy at our gates, so we must deal with them for the betterment of all. And it's finally time for another election to prove our values, and we can either have Sunglider win, which would be kind of cool, I guess, because it kind of shows that there's peace and peaceful transitions of power and such, but it would kind of be too much at such a volatile point to do that. We still have to centralize our rule. Maybe if we annex the Aquilian Republic or something, then we can maybe tamper with choosing a different route, but at this point it would be kind of bad having a communist puppet at that. So we kind of need to continue on with communism for now. And we did get a pretty much entirely new focus tree now, so there's still a lot more to do, but that's the end of things today. I hope you enjoyed, and remember to like and subscribe if you did. We're getting pretty close to 1,000 subscribers, and I have a few pretty cool series planned. There's also going to be a 1,000 subscriber special series that you can still vote for in the description. It's probably going to close soon at around 950 subscribers. So thanks to everybody who has voted in that, and see you guys next time.